Oh. Hey everybody, welcome back to For the Record. It is your boy Phor Jones. I am going on Instagram Live today to talk about all of the racial ambiguousness and things. So my mom's going to come in here and we're going to chat about it because, you know, this is some serious stuff. Y'all know we always get the short end of the stick. So let's get to it. Okay, I don't understand what's going on. Okay. We get to see moms. Yes, y'all, we about to go in with my mom on because we really want to talk about it. Oh, if it's still spin, okay.
Hey, boy, I don't know what's wrong. Can you see me?
I see you, but it's like lagging. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you good.
Okay. Well, let's just get into it. How you feel about it?
Oh, I am so upset about it. I have been looking at it all day. I am livid about it. I think that it is absolutely ridiculous how they have allowed number 45, because he's definitely not my president, number
Mhm.
45 to get in office and to run amok the way that he has, and no one has said anything to him. They want to impeach him, they won't do anything to him, and then to get to today and this behavior that they're doing right now is just not acceptable. It's absolutely ridiculous. If it was any other race, definitely
Yes.
us black people, there would be people dead. There would have been tear gas. There would
Mama.
have been dogs. There would have been water hoses. People would be in jail. Families would be crying today.
But
People
you
would
know,
be dead.
Mama, we wouldn't even made it to the wall. Like we wouldn't even been to the point of like we would have been shot, tased, tear gas. I just kind of feel like they're just blatantly spinning our face saying, y'all don't matter. We don't care if y'all, we pretty much say, they also saying that our vote don't matter. They pretty much saying like, we can start on anything y'all are doing. That is what's irritating me the most because while we was out there like really, you know, I wouldn't even say rioting this summer. We were protesting. Some people did
Exactly.
riot, yes,
Right.
but even when they did riot, they got took down very fast. When we were actually
Exactly.
protesting, we were going to jail. They were taking everybody to jail. We couldn't. We got put on curfew to be in the house at a certain time.
Exactly. These people have pretty much just ran through the police, climbed over the fence. I'm sure you've been there before. They have climbed over the fence through the police, through the Secret Service, pretty much, all
Uh-huh.
the way to the building and climbed on top of the building. And
And
nobody has been shot. Nobody has been done anything to. No dogs. No National Guard have been called in. No anything. I mean, until you get into the building, till you're sitting to the people's.
they got in the
You
building
have
though.
to
That's
go
the
to the
thing. They are in the building. They got inside the
in
building.
the building
And like police is like standing there holding guns to them. They're holding the guns to them. We would have been
and
shot.
see
They're-
them on the other side, pretty
yeah.
much trying to break into, and y'all don't feel threatened. Y'all don't shoot. Y'all
And we
just
get
stand
shot
there and look at
in
them.
the back. We get shot in the back. We get shot for driving. They are in the Capitol building.
Yes,
And y'all got
yes.
these people. Y'all, hey, how you doing? And they got these people. I hate to find loyalty. And they got these people with guns like, oh, so y'all get them a chance. They are already coming here hostile. There's nothing peaceful about what they're doing. They're not laying on the ground like they tell us. You guys lay on the ground, be silent, do this. You just
You
walk,
don't hear people
hold hands.
screaming.
These people are in
You
there
don't
angry, yelling, being irate, and ain't nobody got shot yet.
you don't hear people screaming. You don't hear people hollering. You don't hear them giving any kind of commands or anything. They're just out there friendly, talking to each other. This is what we're doing at this particular time. Nobody's saying nothing to them. So that's the reason why they continue to go on to do the things that they were doing. And then you got a Biden come on.
Where's the National Guard?
Exactly. Exactly. Then Biden comes on to speak to us. Biden got to come on and speak to us to make us feel, safe. What do you think the other countries?
1 minute, y'all, my light went out. But keep talking, Mama.
What do you think the other countries are looking at? We already just got bombed up here in Nashville. We just got bombed up here in Nashville. So what do you think that give a message to the other countries? Oh, they are really not on top of their shit. We could really just go there and go right on into the Capitol and do what we want to do, because they don't have any kind of security. They don't have anything in place. We can pretty much go and do anything, and it's okay. It's absolutely ridiculous and it's unacceptable. If the black faces or any other dog race face would have been on the other side of that glass while they had those guns drawn, they would have been shot and killed. Let's be clear. We
would have been laid out.
They are here running inside the Senate.
And then, not only been laid out, we would have been laid out. Then, next they would have had all these mug shots of us trying to pretty much justify why we're laid out. Because that's what they do to black people. Whenever they kill us, they want to pull up nasty mug shots. But if they shoot these white people, trust me, they're going to pull up their school teacher pictures and their wedding pictures to give the image of, oh, these are nice, wholesome people. No, they aren't. Because whenever we get killed, they instantly pull up mug shots for us. That's a fact.
Almost definitely. This right here, I have always told y'all that prejudice is live and it's well and it's never going anywhere. You have to have your own mind for yourself to realize what's going on. This right here, to anybody that sat and watched this, it clearly shows you they don't give a crap about us. They don't care. These white people can go out here and do anything. Who will allow some people to do this right here? How could you even get that close? How? It's ridiculous.
And they had to hear something. They had to have a warning. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you how they got that close too. Because Trump is still Trump's office, first off. So he done gave them, me personally, allegedly, I think he gave them the green light to ransack the building and say, well, they're coming today. Don't kill them. Because he's technically still the president.
I agree. Because he did a briefing saying that they were coming. He did a rally saying that they were coming, pretty much telling them to come. So if you're hearing him saying for them to come, then y'all should have been ready for them to come, to arrive, because you knew they were coming. If it was us and it was people telling us to come and for us to be there, then they already had everything in place to kill us, to slaughter us, to lock us up, point blank period. This happened earlier today. Now, since the last, 2 hours, you may see 5 people in the back of a police car.
And reportedly it was hundreds. It was hundreds of them. It was hundreds. It was hundreds.
Thousands.
So I wonder what they're gonna say on the news. I wonder what they're gonna say about it on the news. And then speaking of that, they didn't even shoot this person. And then to make to insult it even worse, the dude, I think his name was Kamari or something, the dude that got shot in Minnesota, none of his officers even got proved guilty for shooting him in the back for walking to his car and paralyzed him.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just like the bombing here in Nashville. Instead of them saying, oh, this was a terrorist act because he was a white man, let's be clear. Oh, instead of them saying that it was a terrorist act, for insurance purposes, for the ones that stayed downtown Nashville, for insurance purposes, so their insurance can pay, they say that, oh no, we don't think it was a terrorist act or whatever. What the fuck you call it then? And this man that blew up downtown Nashville and blew himself up. What do you call it? But what they say is they're not going to say it was a terrorist because the people that stay downtown, their insurance won't pay for it. Okay? So
no, they say he wasn't a terrorist because they think white people can't be terrorists. Terrorists are only people with melanin in their skin.
That's true.
They don't want to call, and they feel realize a terrorist is anyone that brings terror. He brought terror to Nashville. They should have called him a terrorist. That is the definition of a terrorist.
Yes, but along with them not even addressing him as a terrorist, we have to also remember and always never forget, it's all about money for them. It's a monetary thing for them. They don't want anybody to think that a terrorist has came into Nashville, the country state, where all the tourists and everybody comes in to tour. No one has done anything like of such here in Nashville because of the monetary value for them, their livelihood. Yes, it was a terrorist attack. It sure was. Absolutely it was. It was. Yeah. And today, this is what we're looking at today. I mean, these people have really just got on top of the building. I mean, they're standing on top of the building with ropes and nobody get killed. Nobody get killed. Oh my God.
What kind of arsenal? I mean, they didn't even have to kill them. They couldn't shot them with rubber bullets or anything. They ain't got no tear gas. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing.
Somebody should have been bleeding, and some mamas and parents and families should have been crying the same way we cry about our own, who do less criminal crime than this, because this is a crime. And
that was breaking it. They were trespassing, and they was breaking and entering. That's what they were.
It is awful. And then Trump get on and say, not tell them. I mean, you were talking about a mental person. Trump is mental. This is a cry for help. He needs help.
Why do you think it's a cry for help? Why do you think it's a cry for help?
I mean, I think to be honest with you, he's at his breaking point. He has done everything he could to try to stay in office, and this won't work. So now he's mental. Anybody who just loses and just refuses to draw has a problem. You continue to try to dig and grind and say you won something, and nobody sees that this is a mental issue. This man is mental. He has fired everybody that he hired. He backstabbed them, everybody that he hired, and then he get on there and talk about Pence. How can you talk about the vice president? Because he didn't go along with you, and he pretty much telling you, hey, it's over. And then you get on and talk about him. He's mental. I mean, for me, it makes me a little afraid of what are you gonna do next? They need to get him out of the White House and get him behind bars or on somebody's site floor so he can be watched until it is over. Because
so you think it's time to finally get the president some help?
He needs it. He absolutely needs it. Because he feels as if he can't lose. And before he loses, I mean, it's no telling what he's willing not to do. Look what he has done today. Look what he has allowed this to happen today.
He just sent his gangsters and his goons on the White House. Let's call it what it is. They're gangsters and they're goons. That's what they call us.
Exactly. They're thugs.
He just sent his thugs.
And they're thugs. Let's not forget what they say about us. We marching for Black life, but we're thugs. They're criminals. You know, by you destroying things and breaking up stuff and setting things to fire. You don't have to do that to get your point across. Well, what have they done today? Look what they have done today. So
The news would have been
I
dragging
mean,
us so much, and also the news would have been dragging us way more than what they're doing. Let them. Oh my God! Imagine us doing that to that building. These black people are out of control. Thugs, goons. They're angry. They're a
I'm
mob.
afraid.
Just
I'm
imagine
afraid
how
for
much
my
more heightened.
life. These people were on the floor, under the desk, hiding from these people because they done broke in, knocking on their doors to get in. And nobody did nothing about that. Excuse me. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think that if anyone who doesn't see the big picture now will never see the big picture. And I mean, it
They
just made
don't
me
want to
so
see the
angry.
picture.
I'm
They don't
sorry.
want to see the picture. They don't want
And
to see the
God
picture.
forbid, and God forbid, if I know anyone that knows me, or I even come in contact with, or I even associate with, if you are a Trump supporter, I don't want to ever see you again, because you cannot condone this kind of behavior and be a civil citizen in this world. Point blank, period.
or
Okay?
have any
You
type
just
of morals or any type of
you can't.
morals.
You can't. I don't care. And right now, this has absolutely nothing to do with race to a certain extent for me. Right now, this is about respect, morals of individual and a person. This is just unruly. Look at the man. The man, one man, trying to fight against all these people who have just pushed themselves in, and nothing is being done. They supposed to be shooting them as they walk through the door. That's what they would have done to us.
They should have been getting dropped like dominoes, but they
Like
didn't.
five. Like five. Right? You know what they said? One person, I think they said one lady, I don't even know really, did she get shot or whatever, but one lady was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. One lady out of all of those people, okay. It's so bad to now they have to say they won't leave. They refuse to leave. So they said we have to put a curfew in. Everybody need to be in the house at 6 o'clock. Oh, okay. So they give y'all the
Oh,
reason
they
now.
finally issued a curfew after what?
Oh no.
3 hours?
I guess that's gonna
4?
make them feel like, oh, we gave them a chance. We let them stay out there all day long. They ran amok all day long. So the only way that we're going to be able to get them to leave without anyone just necessarily being upset with us is put in a curfew. So they do it to themselves. If they don't go home, then they go to jail. But they did it to themselves because we let them knew it was a curfew. No, they should have been going to jail early this morning. Okay?
Yeah.
When they started
And Trump,
climbing
he
buildings and
was just,
bar.
and what he did just then was being a dictator. He needs to be in jail too, because he entitled
Oh, he's
subliminally.
time to take him right now and lock him up. He has put everybody who worked with him and in that building, in that administration, he have put them in danger. So therefore, he absolutely needs to go to jail for that as well as all other stuff he needs to have to go to jail for. He is trying his best to stay relevant. He is trying his best to not get out the office. Because as soon as he comes out of there, I truly believe that he will be going to jail.
Or he's going to be on the nearest plane out the country.
One of the two. But right now, I think this is awful. I'm glad you came on to talk about it. It's something that needs to be talked about. I mean, we don't need to continue to see stuff happen in front of us and nobody sit and say something. I am angry. I am mad. I am furious. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And then y'all have to beg the president of the United States to get on to make a statement. And then when you do get on to make a statement, you didn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I hate this happened. I just want peace. You got on again with your bipolar, schizophrenic self and said, I understand why everybody's upset or whatever because they stole the election from us. Who says that?
Yeah.
Who says that?
It's ridiculous. Do you have any what's your last thing? 'Cause I agree with you 100%, Mama. That's why I want to get on here and talk. What's your closing thing you want to say, or just what's your biggest things you want resolved and what you want to see done?
As for me, I absolutely don't think, me being 50 years old, I absolutely don't think that nothing is ever going to we're not going to ever just have peace and be
What do you want to
hand in
see
hand.
done about this situation? I'm saying, what do you want to see done about this particular situation?
Particular situation, like I was saying, I don't ever see us going hand in hand with one another. I always believe it's going to be people that's hiding behind fake faces and smiles. I do believe that these people need to be held accountable. The man that's sitting in Pelosi's desk needs to go to jail, and all of the rest of them that they can identify, they need to go to jail who entered that building, and they need to go to jail. And that's just what it's at. Their pictures need to be plastered all over the news, and they need to be held at the highest crime or whatever they can be held for. They need to, because it's absolutely ridiculous. If we can do it,
I'm gonna
why
keep this
not?
live up. I'm also gonna put this on my YouTube too. Yeah, I think they should be prosecuted, and I think Trump needs to be prosecuted as well. I mean, and it just shows that while he's been building walls to keep out other foreigners, the people that's in this country are clearly climbing over walls to get into offices and be terrorists in America.
No, what
Let's
they
talk
did
about
was
that.
he didn't just, what they did was he built the wall. He built the wall for them to climb, because they sure climbed them today, and nothing happened to them. Like I say, the things, don't get me wrong, some of the things that we have done as a society, absolutely, we should not have done it. It does not make it right because we're black. But some of the things that we have done, and some of us who got shot down and who have got killed, is a small thing to a giant comparing to today. So let's be clear.
Right.
It's a small thing to a giant. We have people that's dead over somebody running down the street, somebody laying in their bed, absolutely doing anything. And you got thousands of people out here and nothing happened. Y'all just got a bus out here that's empty, and y'all got a few people in the back of a paddy wagon, and it was thousands of people. Oh my God. Come on. They couldn't even leave the building. They couldn't
Mama,
even
we got to end this live because you're breaking up really bad. So I want you to just, and I'll call you and talk to the rest because you're getting worse and worse.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you too, Mama. Bye. Yeah, it wasn't getting, because I could barely hear it. I couldn't barely hear my mama. It just kept getting more and more pixelated. How do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about what happened today? And was the live getting more pixelated, or was it just me? Because I feel like I couldn't really hear. I mean, because it kept spinning, but I'm gonna keep it up. And then download it, put it on my YouTube, but I just don't think that it was doing too much buffering. I think that the government set me the fuck up. But once again, thank y'all tuning in. I'm mad at black people who talk bad about our rights, but they're quiet now. Oh yes. Where's Shakana at? Gucci ain't did nothing to y'all. Where are these people? We don't do this in Atlanta. Where are you crybaby ass bitches at? I can't stand them. They are ass kissers. You can see the shit on the corner of their lip. And that's just what they do. And that's just how I feel about it. I'm also gonna be going live about this on my YouTube tonight. So I can, because I'm gonna get really into it tonight. So don't forget to watch that. This video is gonna stay up here, and I'm gonna put it up on my YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Phor Jones, for the record. Y'all my folks at the PH, and I'll talk to y'all later. Stay safe, because they killing black people out here, okay? But they letting others climb over buildings and break into monumental and historical buildings with no deaths. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I think I wanted anyone dead, but whoa, you know, stand for something or fall for anything. My mama just told me to say that, so there you go. Stand for something or fall for anything. Don't be that person. All right, bye y'all. Till next time, my folks at the PH. See y'all later. YouTube tonight.